expect that to change the way the guys play tonight.
Wildcats wearing their all-gray jerseys with cardinal and white. The Dragons wearing their all-white jerseys with black numerals with orange trim. And we're about to get underway here from the Donnie Dome in Clinton, Tennessee. Thackerson, Garner, you know them. They're going to be out there. They've hit some big shots against Oak Ridge in the past. Good three-point shooters. We'll see some better inside play by the Dragons this time around as Milloway prepares to jump for the Wildcats. Ball up, controlled by Clinton. And we're underway. With it, Bright drives in for the shot. Shot is no good. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Stafford Shanklin has it. Clears it down the floor. Here it goes to Kill. Around to Jonathan Stewart. Drives the baseline into Milloway. Milloway shoots. No good. Can't get the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give the ball to the Wildcats. So actually, the jump was controlled, I thought, by Clinton a minute ago. It should be Oak Ridge's ball. Yeah. I'm glad I picked up on that as the Wildcats working into Jeremy Miller. Miller stops, gives it out to Stafford. Three-pointer, left corner, no good. Rebound, Clinton. Thackerson with the basketball. Here come the Dragons down the floor. They push it to Bright. Bright drives the baseline, and he is going to be fouled by Jeremy or Jonathan, and it'll be Clinton going to the free throw line. Bright's fast. He got down the floor very, very quickly. He's a 5'9" junior player. It's just underway here. Jeremy Miller picks up his first foul.
Yeah, he is very fast, David, but he also got that blocked shot by the backside as Milloway was able to block it. First free throw up, no good.
0-0 our score, just underway here. Third ball game of the night here. Bright back to the free throw line. I mentioned he's a junior, 5'9". Toss is good. Clinton on top, 1-0. Here comes Oak Ridge against pressure. Now they back up in a half-court defense. Kel Slater down the floor for the Wildcats. Kel, the free throw line, looks to his left. Jonathan Stewart launches a three. It's up. No good. Wildcats had two possessions where they've taken threes, and here comes Clinton down the floor. Here's a good three-point shooter. Garner at the free throw line shoots, knocks it down. They lead it by a score of 3-0. Wildcats down the floor with the basketball. Here it goes to Kel Slater. 7:07 to play. With the basketball will come Stafford Shanklin. Stafford works it off to Miller. Works the ball to the top of the circle. There's Jonathan Milloway. He's going to shoot a three and tie it. Good! Three-point shot. Jonathan Milloway. His percentage shooting that three-ball mark is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a great shooter. I think he's kind of been back and forth with Miller this year, David, hasn't he?
Milloway is a 66%. You can't leave Thackerson open. He missed it, though. Stafford on the rebound. Milloway is a 66% shooter from three-point range. Here's Oak Ridge down the floor. Jonathan Stewart falls down, turns the ball over. Tried to go along the baseline. We are tied at 3, 6:29 to play here in the first quarter. The Wildcats trying to win the boys district championship against a good Clinton team. We're right behind them with 2 games behind them. Clinton basketball. They work the ball into Bright. Bright's going to bring the ball quickly down the floor, drive in, pull up and shoot. Hits the rim. Good. Clinton drops it in, and they lead by 2. 5-3 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Jeremy Miller to the hole. He scores. Jeremy puts it in, and we're tied at 5. Here comes Clinton down the floor. Dragon basketball. Thackerson works the ball in, then it comes to Lane Harrison, 6-foot senior. He works the ball. Wildcats had mismatched. The Wildcats picked up their wrong assignment. Thackerson missed the shot, and Milloway pulls down the board. The Wildcats have a dunk opportunity. It's going to be Kel. Kel's going to drive right and throws the ball away. Wildcats, Jeremy was not in bounds. He got back in bounds. He stepped out of bounds. It's a turnover. It'll be Clinton basketball. Wildcats on the other end of the floor didn't pick up their right assignments, and they were lucky that Thackerson missed the three. Thackerson over to Garner. Garner for three. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Clinton. Clinton shoots again for three. Good. Three-point shot by Lane Harrison, and they lead again by 3. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. They can shoot the threes. They hit 19 in a ball game this year as Milloway's double team goes in for the shot and scores. Milloway over the top of Tyler Morgan, and it's a 1-point Dragon lead. 8-7 the score, 5:22 to play. You got to guard the three ball with them.
Yeah, you do, David. They got some fine shooters in there, but we need to take advantage of Milloway's height inside.
Lane Harrison knocks in a three, his second of the night, and the Wildcats trail at 11-7. The Dragon faithful making a lot of noise. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. You got to guard their shooters. That's the bottom line. You hit 19 in a game, you can shoot the basketball. Oak Ridge knows that. Jeremy Miller for three. It's off the mark. No good. One and done for the Wildcats. The Wildcats don't have the same kind of three-point shooters as that the Dragons do, and they really don't want to get involved in that game.
No, but I remember Jonathan Stewart, either last year or 2 years ago, had a great game shooting the threes over here.
Hit 7 as they work the ball out to Thackerson. Thackerson swings it out to another three-point shooter. He hits 3 in a row. And the Wildcats trail by 7. 14-7 the score. Down the floor with the basketball. Listen to the Clinton fans here making a lot of noise here. 4:23 to play. We don't want to get in a three-point shooting contest with them, though, as Oak Ridge gets it into Milloway. Double team, shoots a three-footer. No good. Jeremy on the rebound. Reverse layup. He's fouled. Foul called against Lane Harrison. Well, the Dragon fans, and there are numerous, they are really into the ball game, Mark.
Yeah, they really are, David. Cross-county rivalry brings out the real spirit of the competition.
Jeremy's going to go to the free throw line. He's got 2 shots here. 14-7 our score, 4:12 to play in the first period. Here from the Donnie Dome, Clinton, Tennessee. Don W. Lockhart. Jim, Jeremy's free throw, no good. Wildcats not sharp to start the ball game. Here comes a sharp shooter in the ball game, Lucas Searcy. That's a guy that might be able to match some of their three-point shooters. 14-7 the score. Clinton, 4:12 to play, first period. There's a close ball game after one half at the Wildcat Arena. In fact, it was a 6-point Oak Ridge lead after one half at Clinton. As the Wildcats substitute Jamison Updegraft in the ball game. Jonathan Stewart's going to check out. Lucas Searcy is in as well. Clinton ball. And it comes to Garner. Garner is going to bring the ball down the floor. Going to dribble the ball to the midcourt line. Harassed by Kel Slater. 4:05 to play, first period. About to be trapped. Works the ball back out here to Doty Truss. Doty drives in. Kicks the ball to the left corner. Another three. He missed that one. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Jeremy Miller doesn't really have numbers, and he's fouled by Doty. Doty Truss, I believe, is going to be the one who commits the personal foul. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. It'll be the Wildcats with the basketball, side midcourt. 3:51 to play. We're in the first quarter. Wildcats down 14-8. Man, they're really into it here, Mark, as they should be. They have an opportunity. Down the floor with the basketball will come Oak Ridge. Here it goes out to the top. Here goes a push-off and another foul against Clinton. 3 minutes, 44 seconds to play here in the first period. 14-8 is our score. The Wildcats will have the basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Jonathan Stewart. Stewart will lob it in to Jeremy Miller. Back it goes to Jonathan, and then an offensive player control foul is going to be called against Jonathan Milloway. And it'll be Clinton basketball. Clinton on top, 14-8. District 3 battle here in Clinton. Dragons to work the ball in will be Lane Harrison. Lane's three-point shooting has been the big difference in the start of the ball game.
Yeah, he's got 3 threes, so he has 9 of their 14 points, David.
Here comes Clinton down the floor with the basketball. Jackson Garner, deadly three-point shooter. He scored 54 in a ball game earlier this year. Doty Truss with it. Out to the top it goes once again to Lane Harrison. They lob it and throw the ball away. I think they were trying to get it down to Blavelt, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 3:23 to play, first quarter.
Checking out for Clinton will come Thackerson back into the game for them will be Bright.
14-8 our score. The Wildcats trailing here at Clinton. 3:19 to play, first quarter. With the basketball will come Lucas Searcy. Searcy over to Milloway. Milloway to Miller. Jeremy's going to drive in. Goes in for the reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Lucas Searcy. Shot good, and he's fouled. Great putback bucket. Missed shot by Jeremy. And, I'll be honest with you, Mark. Jeremy has struggled in ball games against the Clinton Dragons throughout his career. He missed that shot, but Lucas was Johnny on the spot there, and he gets the opportunity for a three-point play and will go to the free throw line.
A great move there by Jeremy Miller, David. Nice aggressive move to the baseline. Unfortunately, the ball just didn't drop for him, but credit Lucas Searcy for being there for the rebound, and he put the ball back up.
56% free throw shooter, goes to the line, toss is good. Wildcats down 3, 14-11, 3:06 to play first quarter. Here comes Thackerson down the floor. Thackerson brings the ball to the midcourt line. Jonathan Stewart picks him up defensively. 3 minutes to play first quarter, 14-11 the score. Thackerson to Truss. Truss guarded by Jeremy Miller, drives against him. Now cut off there by Miller. He throws it over to Thackerson. Thackerson picked up by Oak Ridge's Jonathan Stewart. 14-11, Dragons in the lead. Thackerson holds the ball, hands it off to Bright. Bright now picked up by Jamison Updegraff. 2:40 to play first quarter. Boy, the Clinton fans are really in it.
Looks like they're trying to go to a spread offense here, David.
Yeah, to get threes like that. Shot is no good. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Stafford Shanklin has it on the carom. Here it goes to Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan drives in for the layup. Good! Right past Doty for the bucket. And the Wildcats trail by 1. 14-13 the score. Here comes Clinton down the floor. With the basketball, it goes to Bright. Bright will walk the ball to the midcourt line, picked up by Jamison Updegraff. 2:09 to play first quarter. The Wildcats down by 1. 14-13. The Wildcats were down 14-7 just a moment ago. Bright dribbles in. Bright drives in. Might have been held. Might have been held on the floor, and that was the case. He's fast. I mean, he really's got some quick feet. He's a 5'9 junior player. That'll be the third team foul called against the Wildcats. The first foul called against Jamison. Jeremy Miller's going to come out. Kell's going to come back in. Stewart's in. Lucas Searcy, Jamison Updegraff, and I'm missing somebody. Stafford Shanklin. Minute 59 to play. Here comes Clinton with the basketball. And it comes to Jeremiah Blavelt. He works the ball, top of the circle to Bright. Blavelt was a Wildcat, I think, at one point. Here comes Bright dribbling in, driving, turning, cannot shoot against Kell, backs it up to Garner. Garner guarded by Jonathan Stewart. Now they come to trap him. He works the ball to his left, over it goes to Bright. Bright drives the baseline, shoots, good, off the glass for the Dragons. Wildcats want to push it, down by 3. 16-13 the score. Kell Slater, Stafford Shanklin, thought about driving. Will stops. He's going to be called for a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give Clinton the basketball. Right there, Stafford couldn't make up his mind whether he wanted to shoot or drive. He saw an open lane and this put the ball down on the floor and got tied up.
Yeah, but even while he was driving, it looked like he was kind of hesitating, David. So he's got to be more authoritative in his decision making.
Dragons by 3, 16-13 the score, a minute 22 to play in the first period. Here comes Thackerson down the floor. Trace Thackerson, 6'1 junior, was a quarterback for the Dragons 2 years ago and started the season this year before he got injured. As they work the ball in for a shot, no good. Milloway has the board. Milloway looks for a guard. It's Jeremy Miller. Jeremy Miller coming down the floor. He turning, he spins, he drives, he shoots, no good. Rebounded by Clinton. And then the Thackerson loses the ball and knocks it out of bounds. The Oak Ridge ball. Good hustle defense there by Jeremy Miller. Jeremy, like I said, he has struggled in his career offensively against the Dragons.
Yeah, he has, David. He's struggling again tonight. He's 1 of 3 from, actually 1 of 4 from the field. He's 0 of 1 of those from the three-point line.
He's going to drive to the hole this time. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Miller, though. Wildcats with it again. Here comes Milloway. Cannot shoot a 3. Stafford has it. Will drive in, penetrate, take a 5-footer. No good. Rebound Clinton. Wildcats shooting a little bit off tonight here.
We need to get the ball into Milloway. We need to set up our offense and kind of isolate him down there, David. I think that would really benefit because they don't have size down low like we do.
Clinton by 3, 16-13 the score, 29 seconds to play. First quarter, they'll go for the final shot. Garner dribbles. Garner kicks it out Bright for 3. Good! 3-point shot. And the Wildcats are down 6 again. 19-13 the score. Down the floor will come the Wildcats. They'll play for the final shot. Here comes Jeremy Miller down the floor to Lucas Searcy. Here goes Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan wanted to shoot. Back it goes to Miller with 5. With 4. Jeremy Miller dribbles. Jeremy free throw line jumper way short, but Lucas gets the putback. No good as the first quarter comes to a close. We played 1 quarter basketball here at the Donnie Dome. Clinton 19, Oak Ridge 13, back in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Clinton. The Dragons on top 19-13 as we start play here in the second period. Oak Ridge comes out with Stafford Shanklin, Jonathan Stewart. Wildcats, Jonathan Milloway. Jonathan, nice pass. Inside to Milloway, good. That's what they need to do. That's their strength. And I was talking to Coach Green about that in the ball game the other night. Why they could have just pounded it in Milloway all night in the ball game last week, but he said they like to spread it around. But I think right now to kind of settle down our other players, it might be best just to go to our strength. That's the inside game.
Yeah, it is, David. As I said, it's a nice turnover there by Shanklin. He goes up for a dunk. No good. Rebounded by Kel Slater. Up and good.
And he's
another
fouled. Count the bucket there. Stafford missed the dunk. Kel came down with the rebound, put the shot up, and it's a 2-point game, 19-17. Stafford, he must have hit the back end of the rim there because they went way up in the air.
Yeah, he kind of pulled the rim down too, kind of got a little propulsion for it as Kel Slater converts on the three-point play.
19-18 the score. The Dragons in the lead by 1. Here comes Gardner down the floor for Clinton. Going to walk the ball slowly up the floor. 19-18 our score. 7:17 to play second quarter. At the Wildcat Arena back in December, as I mentioned, it was a 6-point game at the halfway mark, so no surprise here. Here's another near steal by the Wildcats. Bright nearly steps out of bounds, holds it forever, drives in, kicks the ball back out. Garner for 3, no good. Rebound out of bounds to Oak Ridge. Garner has had his struggles against the Wildcats shooting threes. The last time we played, I think he only hit 1 3 in that ball game, which is so rare for him, but he can light it up. Like I said, he had 54 points. That's a school record for the Dragons. Here comes Oak Ridge with the basketball. Down by a point. Lucas Searcy. Right side, Jeremy Miller. Here's the lob into Milloway. Knocked away nicely by Clinton. Here comes Tyler Morgan. They get a run out on the other end. He might have walked. Kicks the ball back out. Once again, it goes to Brighto. Almost a steal. Thackerson inside. Shot is good. They score with Tyler Morgan, and the Wildcats are down 3 again. 21-18 the score. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kel Slater with the basketball. Over goes Lucas Searcy. Picked up defensively out high by Blavelt. Works it into Milloway. Milloway dribbles, drives, shoots, scores. Milloway takes it over the guards, and it's a 1-point Dragon lead once again. 21-20 the score, 6:15 to play in the first half. 9 points in the ball game for Jonathan Milloway. Here come the Dragons down the floor. Bright, the 5'9 junior, picked up by Jeremy Miller. Works around a screen outside the three-point line. Attacks in the paint at the free throw line, then backs it up once again. 21-20 the score, 5 minutes, 58 seconds to play in the second quarter. Here from Clinton. Here come the Dragons with the basketball. Blavelt with the basketball. 6'6 junior, works it over to Thackerson. Thackerson guarded man-to-man by Kel Slater. He works the ball top of the circle. Here it goes to Morgan, just to the right extension. Then away from the ball, Jonathan Stewart is called for a foul. It'll be Jonathan's first foul, team foul number 4 called against the Wildcats. It'll be Clinton basketball underneath the goal. They lead Oak Ridge 21-20. 5:42 to play second period. It'll be Clinton to work the ball in. Jackson Garner, 6'1 junior player from the baseline, will try to work it in, fires it up high, and it comes Thackerson. Trace with the basketball. It sets up for a long, high-arcing 3. It's no good. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. That ball went straight up in the air and almost took down the roof of the Donnie Dome.
Yeah, it was close to poking a hole in it for sure.
Here come the Wildcats down the floor with a chance to take the lead. 21-20 the score. Jeremy Miller with the basketball. Here goes to Milloway. Around to Kel, to Jeremy, and he missed the layup again. And then a reach-in foul call against Jeremy, and that'll be his second foul. I don't know what it is about this gym, but Jeremy struggles in this gym, and he'll come out of the ballgame with his second foul, team foul number 5. Wildcats had a shot right there, but Jeremy just couldn't get the easy one to go.
Yeah, if you talk to him, David, I guarantee you he'll tell you that he shouldn't have made that because he was right there. Talk about a bunny. That was definitely a bunny.
21-20, here come the Dragons down the floor, moving right to left. Jackson Garner. Remember last year's ball game here? It took a last-second 3 by Jonathan Stewart with a 4-point play as Bright launches a 3. It's in and out, no good. Milloway on the rebound with 1.5, and Bright commits a foul. Just kind of a needless reach-in foul, and that'll be for him. His first foul, team foul number 6, called against the Dragons. Oak Ridge down by a point, 21-20 the score. Oak Ridge will work the ball in. They'll play half-court defense. The Wildcats will walk it down the floor. Stafford Shanklin works it into Kell, and he'll walk it across the big orange C in the middle of the court. Here comes Lucas Searcy to Milloway. One dribble, one shot, 2 points off the glass. No match inside. Tyler Morgan and the Wildcats have the lead. 22-21 the score. The Wildcats were down 14-7, have clawed their way back into it.
Looks like they're going to try to take a charge from him. Fortunately, they didn't call it. I don't think it was a charge, but that might be their best defense against Milloway inside.
Garner with the basketball, trapped and hand-checked and fouled by Stafford Shanklin. That'll be the 16th foul. Little bit of a touch foul, but I think he did make contact there. It'll be Stafford's first foul, and it'll be Clinton with the basketball side court. Wildcats playing with Jonathan Stewart, Kell Slater, Jeremy Miller back at the ball game, Lucas Searcy and Jonathan Milloway. 22-21 Oak Ridge, Clinton basketball. In it comes to Jackson Garner. Looks over to Coach Lockhart for the play, barks it out. Picked up defensively by Jonathan Stewart. Looks like he's going to go around a double string. Cut off there by Lucas Searcy. Trapped again. Works it out to Thackerson. Thackerson comes off to Bright. They leave him open. He's going to drive in, shoot, and miss it. Rebounded by Milloway. Milloway to Kell. Kell Slater coming down the floor. Kell coast to coast against the wall. Jonathan Stewart for three. No good. Rebound Garner. Wildcats three-point shooting not there. Pass intercepted on a beautiful play. Athletic and a great pass intercepted by Garner. Wildcats turned the ball over. There's some fantastic plays right now. Blavelt for three. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Lucas Searcy to Jeremy Miller. He's going to drive. He puts it up. No good. Milloway comes down with it. No good. Again, no good. Milloway turning, spinning, driving, shooting. Good. Finally, Wildcats working hard on the offensive glass. And Oak Ridge leads by a score of 24-21. Wildcats missed some point-blank bunnies there, but luckily Big Milloway was able to pull down the board. Timeout is going to be asked for by the Clinton Dragons. We'll take it with them. 24-21 Wildcats, back in 30 seconds. David Clary back here at the Don W. Lockhart Gym, Clinton, Tennessee. The Wildcats in the lead here, 24-21. The Wildcats were down 7 at one point in the ball game. Have a 3-point lead here. Wildcats playing with Lucas Searcy along with Jonathan Milloway, Jeremy Miller, Kell Slater, and Jonathan Stewart. Mark? Wildcats watch Jackson Garner work the ball in against Oak Ridge's pressure. One thing I've noticed, and maybe this is something that Coach Green has picked up on tape, anytime that Garner gets the ball, they come up and trap him, and it's kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable, David, and boy, they come a long way to trap him too.
Thackerson with the basketball, back to Bright it goes, 24-21 Wildcats. Kell picks him up defensively as we play here in Clinton. Tuesday night will be in Carnes. Here comes Bright with the basketball. Bright on a bounce pass, gives it over to Thackerson. Thought about a three, back to Garner it goes. Garner with Jonathan Stewart in his face, tries to drive to the baseline, throws one up there, partially rejected. Rebounded Oak Ridge. Wildcats with Kell Slater. Kell to Jeremy, drives in, layup, good! And the Wildcat lead is 5. 26-21 the score, and Jeremy now has 5. 2:46 to play in the second quarter. Here comes Thackerson. Thackerson drives in. Bumps. That's an offensive foul. Thackerson used his body, turned his backside, and knocked down the Wildcat. They're going to call that every day. Too much drama there, and they're going to call that every day.
Yeah, anytime you lower your shoulder, David, and you initiate contact, they're going to call that an offensive foul.
26-21 the score. The Wildcats by 5. 2:41 to play in the second period. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Wildcats with Kell Slater across to Lucas Searcy. Three-pointer, no good. Clinton on the rebound. Pulling it away, Lane Harrison. Harrison to Garner. Garner drives to the corner, drives to the baseline, kicks the ball to Bright. Bright to Thackerson. Thackerson drives, swings the ball back to Garner. Garner drives in, back to Thackerson, back to Bright. Bright for three, good! Three-point shot. Bright, and the Wildcats lead is 2. Here comes Kell, turning, spinning, he lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Lucas Searcy. Searcy in the left corner. He dribbles in. Lucas goes in, a little three-footer, no good. Back to the rebound, no good. Milloway had it, knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. Minute 59 to play second quarter, 26-24 our score. The Wildcats on top by 2. What a game. Great start to the game. Not a lot of offense. Low-scoring affair as the Dragons work the ball into Bright. Here it goes to Thackerson. They're just hard to guard. They got a lot of guys that can shoot the three ball.
Yeah, and they moved the ball around the perimeter very quickly, David. So, good job by the Wildcats keeping up with that.
Clinton with the basketball, bounce pass down low, intercepted by Jonathan Stewart to Lucas Searcy. The Wildcats have a 3-on-2. Lucas is going to go coast to coast, give it into Jonathan. Three-pointer, short, but Lucas gets the rebound. Good. That's a couple times now that Lucas has been in the right place at the right time, and Oak Ridge leads by 4. 28-24 the score. With the basketball, Lane Harrison, guarded by Stafford. Swings the ball back out to Thackerson. 28-24, Wildcats by 4. Minute 21 to play in the second period. Trace Thackerson over to Bright. Bright back to the top of the circle. Back to Harrison, a little bit more aggressive on defense now. 5-second count is on. He works the ball back out to Bright. Picked up now by Lucas Searcy. Out he goes to Morgan. Tyler Morgan to Thackerson. Tries to work through a screen and does. Kell, it picks him up defensively. Clinton backs it up. Better defense now by Oak Ridge. Here it goes to Bright. Under a minute to play in the first half. 28-24 Wildcats. Oak Ridge led by 6 at the Wildcat Arena. 39-33 the first time the two teams played. Wildcats are up 4 now. 28-24 the score. Clinton with the basketball. Playing what appears to be for the final shot as Brighton works it out to Thackerson for 3. That's no good. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Jonathan Stewart, Stafford, Shanklin. He drives, he scores, count it, and he'll go to the free throw line. The Wildcats push their lead up to 6, 30-24. 31 seconds to play in the first half, and Stafford Shanklin will go to the free throw line. He'll have one shot. The Wildcats substituting Jamison Updegraft. He is in the ball game. The Wildcats are going to get him in the ball game. Actually, I don't know why they wouldn't let him in because this is just a one shot here. Stafford's free throw is no good. He gets his own rebound, lays it, and it scores! The Dragons fall asleep, and the Wildcats get a cheap one. Here comes Oak Ridge up by 8. 32-24 the score. Here they come down the floor. Harrison works the ball to Garner. Garner with 17 seconds to play. An 8-point advantage for the Wildcats. The Dragons were caught asleep on the free throw there.
Yeah, great job by Stafford Shanklin there. David hustling down there, getting his own rebound. As Clinton goes up for a 2-bucket, and they make it.
And the first half has come to a close. The Wildcats in the lead by 6, 32-26. As I mentioned, when we played Clinton at Oak Ridge back in December, Oak Ridge had a 6-point lead at the half. So, typical Oak Ridge Clinton game, up and down the floor, lots of excitement.
A whole lot tougher for them. Plus, they're getting the ball inside to Jonathan Milloway, as Mark H was talking earlier. That's where your go-to is right now. Well, nobody can match his height and strength inside. I just hope Jeremy Miller can start making some of his shots more prevalently than he is, and hopefully we pull this game out.
And we're underway once again here from Clinton. 32-26 to score. Kell Slater, Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Stewart, Stafford Shanklin, Jonathan Milloway, the original starting 5. As Garner's going to drive in against Stafford, stripped to the ball. Clinton saves it. Harrison with a shot, good. Lane Harrison hits the bucket. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Wildcats with it. Kell Slater. Oak Ridge's lead is 4. 32-28 the score. Clinton's biggest lead 7. I think the Wildcats' biggest lead was 8. As the Wildcats, Jeremy Miller attacks to the top. Here goes to Kell. Kell a long 3. Good! Wildcats knocked down a big 3-point shot, and Oak Ridge leads by 7. 35-28 the score. Here comes Bright down the floor. Bright cut off there by Kell. Backs it up once again. Good defense by Jonathan Stewart on Jackson Gardner. Jackson only has 2 points in the ball game tonight. With the basketball will come the Dragons. 35-28 Wildcats. Bright with it. Works the ball to his right. Looks to his left. Over it goes to Garner. Jackson dribbles around a screen. Top of the circle. Cannot penetrate. Throws the ball away again. Milloway has it. Looks for a guard. Here's Kell Slater. Kell goes inside. Jonathan Stewart. Reverse layup. No good. And then Jeremy commits his 3rd foul. Should have dished it off to his right there, and Jeremy does pick up his 3rd foul. It's a big one. He'll have to come out of the game, and Lucas Searcy will step in. 7-point game. That Wildcats had a 3-on-1, and they should have dished it off.
Either that, or he could have taken it on the left side. He did not need to go under the basket like that, David. The defense,
and he's a lefty too, so
and the defense wasn't there that he needed. They had a 3-on-1. The numbers were in their advantage.
Here comes Bright down the floor for the Dragons over to Thackerson. Thackerson to Garner. Good defense by Jonathan. He's still going to shoot a three. He missed again. Wildcats Milloway on the rebound. Jackson just can't find his stroke. He's being guarded tonight. Here comes Kell down the floor. There's Milloway, his second three of the night. No good. Rebound, Clinton. Pulling it away, Lane Harrison. Harrison down the floor to Gardner once again. 6:22 to play. Thought about shooting again. Now near steal by Stafford. Harrison shoots a three. That's no good. Rebound, Lucas Searcy. Wildcats throw the ball away. Wildcats will give the ball right back to Dragons. 6:12 to play. And here comes Clinton substituting Jeremiah Blavelt back in the ball game. Clinton ball, 35-28. Missed opportunity right there, Mark.
It was. Unfortunately, the ball was sent to some Oak Ridge fans in the stands and not one of the Oak Ridge players.
Jackson Gardner with it, guarded by Jonathan. Drives the baseline. Block shot by Milloway, and Gardner is down. Hard foul. And the personal foul. You got to get away. Hopefully Gardner's okay. And looked like he came down hard on his shoulder. And a timeout. He's okay. It'll be Oak Ridge. I think it should be Clinton ball, actually, to be honest with you. Yes, it should be Clinton ball. Gardner's okay. 35-28 the score. Dragons with it. Wildcats on top by 7. Thackerson to work the ball in. 5:58 to play, third period. Thackerson looks, fires, pass comes into Bright. At the midcourt circle, backing it up with Kell Slater defending him. Comes off on the right side, back to Jackson Gardner he goes. Gardner, guarded by Jonathan, dribbles past him. And he's stripped the ball because he's fouled. That'll be Jonathan's second foul, and Jackson will go to the free throw line. 5 minutes, 46 seconds to play third quarter. That'll be the second team foul called against Oak Ridge. 35-28 the score. The Wildcats in the lead. To the free throw line, the junior, Jackson Gardner. He's 6'1". He's got 2 points in the ball game. And he misfires on the free throw. His regular season average is way over 20. But tonight he's been frustrated because the Wildcats are guarding him. 35-28 the score. Back to the free throw line. Tosses up. Good. Oak Ridge basketball, 35-29 the score. Here come the Wildcats. Down the floor it goes to Kell. Kell drives left. Lucas Searcy, left corner for three. No good. Milloway had the rebound. Gardner pulls it away. Lucas off with his shot tonight. Kind of rushed it. He's had some people in his face. He's rushed it a little bit. 6-point game, 35-29 the score. A couple of empty possessions for the Wildcats, Mark.
Yeah, Lucas, he did rush it, but he had to, David. I mean, I was actually surprised that shot did not get blocked. The defender was on him, in his face very quickly.
5:19 to play here in the third period. Jeremy Miller on the bench with 3 fouls. Bright's going to take Stafford strong. Shot is on its way. No good. Tip back up. Good. Lane Harrison with a nice putback bucket. And the Wildcat lead is cut to 4. 35-31 the score. Here comes Kell down the floor to Jonathan in the left corner. Looks to Jonathan Milloway. He turns. He spins. He shoots. He missed it. Jonathan Stewart back up with it. Good. Jonathan Stewart with a putback bucket. Blavelt takes a hard fall. Here come the Dragons down the floor. 6-point game. 37-31 the score. Jackson Gardner picked up high by Jonathan Stewart. 3-pointer on its way. No good. Rebound, Kell Slater. Jackson Gardner just cannot connect from the outside tonight. Here comes Kell down the floor. Ball's kicked, picked up by the Wildcats. And then a double dribble is going to be called. Yeah, Queener missed that one. It hit Jonathan Milloway's foot.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, he missed that one. But, he had a bad angle on it, so we'll give him a little credit here. 37-31 the score. 4 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the third period. It hit Milloway in the leg. It was not a double dribble.
No, it was not. You're exactly right.
Here comes Blavelt for 3. No good. Lucas Searcy on the board. Lucas works the ball to Kell. Wildcats by 6 with the ball. Wildcats. Kell Slater pulls up, shoots. Good. Big bucket by Kell Slater. And the Wildcat lead is back to 8. 39-31 the score. Here comes Thackerson down the floor. Thackerson drives in. No place to go. He is fouled by Jonathan Milloway. He came to a dead stop there on the baseline. Then Jonathan ran right over him. That'll be his second foul. Team foul number 3 against Oak Ridge. Clinton basketball on the baseline. 8-point game. 39-31 the score. And then the Dragons call a timeout. Coach Lockhart wanted to talk about it here. 39-31 the score. Let's talk about it here. We won't take a break here. Guys, this is exactly the way Oak Ridge and Clinton should be.
Yeah, I mean, it's very intense. I wouldn't say it's back and forth, but Oak Ridge isn't able to extend the lead. I mean, Clinton's kind of edging back into it, David, but Wildcats able to get it back into 8 now, but if they got down to 4 just a couple minutes ago.
Mike?
You know, the way we're running the ball and passing the ball around, you know, we're getting the open shot, but sometimes they're not going because, give Clinton credit, they're really playing tough defense, and we're really getting after them on defense, and that's why we've got an 8-point lead, because we've been really scrapping them, getting up on the boards. I don't know what the rebound the ratio is, but I'd say the Wildcats are in the front on the rebound ratio, and our guard play's been really good. So, and Jonathan Miller and Jonathan Stewart's really shutting them down on defense. I'm really proud of the way they're playing.
No lead is safe here at Clinton, though, with their 3-point shooting. So Dragons will try to work the ball in. Thackerson looks, fires it up high, and it comes to Garner. 39-31, 8-point Oak Ridge lead. 3:50 to play third quarter. Garner wants to shoot. Jonathan stays with him. Goes inside. Shot is no good. Rebound Blavelt blocked. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Tweener calls a foul against Milloway. And that'll be a shooting violation. And that'll send the Dragons to the free throw line. It'll be Jeremiah Blavelt. 6'6" junior player. Slender guy. He'll go to the free throw line. Could have been a Wildcat, Mark.
If Milloway is 6'7", there's no way Blavelt is 6'6".
No good. Wildcat lead remains at 8, 39-31. Blavelt back to the free throw line. The Lady Wildcats won the district championship tonight. The guys are trying to against a very good Clinton team. Second toss, good. Wildcat lead is 7, 39-32 the score, 3:38 to play in the third period. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Lucas Searcy. Boy, they gave him a shot, but Milloway's going to take it anyway. Why not? They can get that all night. I said that on the ball game the other night. Clinton runs the floor. Harrison shoots. Good. Wildcats got beaten down the floor. That's unacceptable to Coach Green, I know. Here comes Kell down the floor. Kell Slater drives in to the hole. Good! What a drive by Kell Slater. And the Wildcat lead is 9. 43-34 the score. Down the floor once again will come the Dragons. 3:05 to play in the third period. Jackson Garner picked up by Kell Slater. Outside the three-point line. Drives in, cut off, kicks it over to Bright. Bright looks down low. There's a Stafford just grabbed Harrison down there. You can't guard that way. He had his hands wrapped around him. Good thing the official didn't see that. As Bright drives in, cut off, kicks the ball to Thackerson. Thackerson left side. Harrison guarded by Milloway. Back to Thackerson. That's no good. Rebound, Jonathan Stewart. When you guard three-point shooters, it's hard to shoot them. Behind the back dribble, Jonathan's tripped to the ball. Got too fancy. Then Clinton has the ball almost taken away. Saved by Garner. 43-34 Wildcats. 2:24 to play. Out it goes to Harrison. Harrison throws the ball away. I think he thought Blavelt was going to come along the baseline. He didn't make a move, and they turned the ball over. Tough play for the Dragons.
Threw that ball into the clinic over there where the girl was getting her ankle looked at.
Is she okay? Have you still seen her?
She came out on crutches.
Oh, really? That's too bad. Here come the Lady Wildcats down the floor. Jeremy Miller's back in. 2:19 to play. Third quarter, 43-34 Wildcats. Here comes Kell down the floor, giving it out to Lucas into Milloway. He'll turn. He'll give it in Jeremy Miller. Easy layup for the Wildcats. Great ball movement for Oak Ridge, and the Wildcats have a double-digit lead. 45-34 the score. Down the floor will come Clinton, just steadily building up the lead, Mark.
Yeah, great job there by Milloway getting the ball over to Miller. Miller now with 7 points in the ballgame, David.
Here comes Dodie Truss. That's going to be good. 3-point shot for Truss. And just like that, is back to an 8-point game. The former Wildcat. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Kell Slater working to the free throw line. The lefty pulls up, shoots. Didn't have good numbers. Great hustle by Jeremy, though. Jeremy Miller. Cross-court Lucas Searcy. Lucas will drive. Pull up. Might have walked. Goes inside to Kell. Lost the ball. Saved by Kell. Goes in for the shot. Blocked, and he's fouled. From my vantage point, it looked like all ball. Might have got him with the body. That's all I can figure because it looked like all ball to me. Looked like all ball.
Yeah, well, they all ball was by number 11. They called the foul on number 5, Tyler Morgan.
Okay, so it's away from the ball. I get it. Yeah, because the block was legitimate for sure. As Kell puts up the free throw, good. Oak Ridge back up by 9, 46-37. Trace Thackerson comes out of the ball game. Back in the ball game will come Bright. Minute 25 to play third quarter, 46-37. 10-point game. The Wildcat lead is 47-37. The Wildcats trailed after one quarter, holding on to a 10-point lead. They've done a great job against the three-point gunners from Clinton.
Yeah, I mean, the defense, the perimeter defense has been great. I mean, people like Kell and Jonathan Stewart in particular.
Here comes Jackson Gardner around a screen, cut off and trapped. They work the ball to Doty. Doty Truss out to the top of the circle. Jamison Updegraft is in the ball game now, along with Lucas Searcy, Kell Slater, Jeremy Miller, Stafford Shanklin. Bright with the basketball. Bright drives, cut off, no place to go. Kicks the ball back to Doty. That's Rodavian Truss, former Wildcat football player. Here's a shot, no good. Foul called against Oak Ridge. 49.2 seconds to play, 10-point Oak Ridge lead. And Lane Harrison will go to the free throw line for the Dragons. Boy, Lane came out on fire to start the ball game.
Yeah, he hit his first 3 threes, David. He hit his first 3 twos here in the second half. And he has 15 points, gunning for 16.
He'll have 2 shots here. We'll have a moment. Let's good well wishes out to Trace Wandell, former Clinton Dragon player and now a member of the Maryville Rebels. He's, I think, was in the hospital most of the week here with an undiagnosed illness, and we hope Trace is feeling better. I told him he should watch the ball game on Channel 15, and hopefully he is. And Trace, we hope you're feeling better. 47-37 the score. First toss missed, second toss missed. The Wildcats with the rebound. Here they come down the floor with Kell Slater. 45 seconds to play in the third period. 47-37 the Wildcats by 10. Oak Ridge basketball. Stafford attacks to the right, gives it off to Jamison. Back it goes Lucas Searcy. 35 seconds to play. Lucas dribbles left, fires it into Kell. Kell throws the ball off the body of one of those Dragons. 28 seconds to play, third quarter, 47-37, Oak Ridge. It'll be the Wildcats with the basketball. The Wildcats, I'm not sure they know how much time's left. It looked like they were still attacking as Oak Ridge works it into Kell. Kell Slater at the midcourt circle. Rodavian Truss guarding him. 23 seconds to play. 5-second count is on. He attacks to his right, bumped and fouled. Blocking foul called against Doty. He was trying to guard him aggressively. Those are former teammates right there, but just kind of bumped him just slightly with the hip.
Yeah, it was a good call. I mean, there was a definite, contact there, David, and it was fairly aggressive. So, good call. Now the Wildcats will have the ball with 18.1 seconds.
Leading by 10, 47-37. Lucas works it into Kell, still being guarded by Doty. 15 seconds to play, 47-37 the score. Wildcat basketball. Jamison Updegraft dribbles right, throws the ball to Kell. Kell shoots a 3. No good. Stafford on the rebound. Good! A 12-point game. They get a mid-quarter. It's no good. We go to the fourth and final quarter here in the Donnie Dome in Clinton, Tennessee. And the Wildcats lead the Dragons 49-37. And we'll be back to Clinton in 60 seconds. Enjoying a 12-point lead with the ball, their biggest lead of the night, 49-37. Jeremy Miller drives it in. His shot is blocked, but he's fouled. Foul's going to be called. Back here at Clinton, 49-37 the score. Jeremy Miller goes in for a drive here and drew a foul from, I believe, Trace Thackerson, and he'll have 2 shots. Jeremy to the free throw line for the Wildcats.
Jeremy in the ballgame, David, he's got 7 points. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Oak Ridge leads 49-37, 12-point lead with 7:54 remaining in the ballgame. Jeremy
knocks it down. Queener and Lockhart go at it just for a second. Kind of a mild conversation between the veteran Dragon coach, whose dad's name is on this wall here as the Wildcats will see Thackerson come out of the game. I think he's bleeding in the mouth. He must have caught one in the choppers there, and I think he's going to have to come out. Wildcats with their biggest lead. It's up to 14 points here, 7:54 to play. You know, I remember a ball game back when Jermaine Shepard played for the Dragons. Halston elbowed him, and he knocked out a couple of his teeth, and he bled and played for 2 full quarters, had to go to the garbage can and spit out blood between possessions, but he stayed in the ball game until he had lost so much blood. As the Wildcats block a shot there, he lost so much blood he had no energy. He had to come out. You're talking about a great player. Jermaine Shepard was a stud. As foul's going to be called against Jonathan Milloway. For Jonathan, that'll be his third foul, 16 foul. Wildcats, Jeremy and Jonathan have 3 fouls, 7:40 to play in the ball game. Free throws have been a struggle for the Dragons here. They have struggled at the line here. Mark, he missed it, yes. 51-37, a 14-point lead. The Wildcats had the lead after 2 quarters, but trailed after 1. Free throws good. Wildcats on top, 51-38. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, kind of slowing it up a little bit as Kell brings it across the line. Here it goes to Jeremy, looks to Jonathan Milloway. Bounce pass goes to Big Jonathan, puts it on the floor. He'll turn, he'll spin, he'll drive in for the shot. He is fouled. Blocking foul, and cuts Lockhart. He's not happy. And they're going to get another foul called. I think Chris wanted a offensive foul called against Jonathan. And Oak Ridge, with 7:25 to play in the ball game, leads 51-38, and Big Jonathan will go to the free throw line.
Milloway's having a great night tonight, David, as he has 15 points. First attempt from the free throw line is no good.
How many points does Jonathan have?
He has 15.
15 points, okay. He'll go to back to the free throw line. 51-38 Wildcats. Free throw missed. Now the Wildcats can't hit their free throws. Got to hit them down the stretch here. Here comes Jackson Garner. Got it now by Kell Slater. Around it goes to Bright. Bright gets a screen. 7:15 to play the ball game. 51-38 the score. Bright looks inside. Bounce pass goes to Lane Harrison. Spin away, fade away. Good. Nice shot. And the Wildcat lead is 11. 51-40 the score. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Lucas Searcy throws the ball away. Tried to get it into Milloway, forced it, then Lucas runs over Bright. Down the floor come Thackerson. Missed possession right there as the Dragons set it up with 6:50 to play in the ball game. 51-40 the score. Jackson Garner backs up, got it out high, works it over to Bright. Has Harrison free. Bright comes cross-court Thackerson. Thackerson to the free throw line, no place to go. Kicks the ball over here to Jackson Garner for 3. No good. That's way off the mark. Didn't even hit rim. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Here comes Oak Ridge with it. Kell Slater quickly. Jonathan Milloway gives it off to Jeremy Miller. The Wildcats pull it out a bit. Now Jeremy will shoot it. I don't know about that shot. I don't know if he should have taken that one, but it'll be Clinton with the basketball. 51-40 the score, 6:15 to play in the ball game. Trace Thackerson with the basketball. Some missed opportunities, some missed possessions for the Wildcats as of late.
Yeah, I know it's not their game to slow it down, but I'd like to see them slow it down a little bit and try to pound it into Milloway there. That seems to be their most effective offense for the Wildcats right now.
Jackson Garner double team, trapped again, fires it out to Bright. 5:52 to play in the game, an 11-point lead. Here comes Thackerson out to the top. Here it goes once again to Bright. Wildcat fans cheering the defensive effort as Bright drives in, nearly lost the ball. Good hustle by the Wildcats. Here comes Harrison, little short cut, blocked by the Wildcats. Here goes to Kell. Kell to Lucas Searcy, makes the catch, makes the shot, missed the shot, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. Here comes Jamison Updegraft in the ball game. 5.5 minutes to play. 51-40 the score. The Wildcats, another missed opportunity right there. Mark?
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, Lucas Searcy just not able to gain possession of the ball as quick as he really needed to get that snowboard up there, and another 2 points for the Wildcats.
51-40 the score. 5:23 to play in the ball game. Clinton trails Oak Ridge. They've trailed basically since about halfway through the second quarter. Jackson Garner dribbles outside. The Wildcats trap him again. He gets out of there, gets to Harrison. He might have walked. Kicks it over to Blavel. Blavel cross court, intercepted. Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan Stewart drives. He lays it and it scores. Threw it right to the Wildcats. Telegraph the pass. Jonathan takes it coast to coast, and it's a 13-point lead for the Wildcats. And we'll take a break. We'll send it back to Brian Bennett, back to Clinton in 30 seconds. Welcome back once again to the Don W. Lockhart Gym, Clinton, Tennessee. Wildcats in the lead here, 53-40, and what an exciting ball game. You talk about an intense game. I mean, right now it's a 13-point lead. I'm glad we're in the situation we are in, but it has been really, really intense.
Yeah, even though it's a 13-point lead, David, it doesn't feel like a 13-point lead. I mean, this is, as you said, a very intense ball game. So, very enjoyable to watch.
Wildcats have Jonathan Milloway, Jeremy Miller in the ballgame, Jamison Updegraft, along with Jonathan Stewart and Kel Slater. 53-40, the Wildcats by 13. But Clinton's never out of a ball game with their three-point shooters.
No, they're not. And just, you got to wait for Garner, David. I mean, we've held him to 3. That's with a 2 and a free throw, but can't guarantee that all night.
53-40. Here come the Dragons. 4:50 to play in the ball game. Garner with it, guarded by Kell. They guard him closely. Works around a screen to the right. Head fakes and fouled by Jamison. That'll be the 7th team foul called against the Wildcats. So Jackson Garner will go to the free throw line. Personal foul called against the Wildcats. As I mentioned, it's the 7th. Foul's going to go against Jamison. That is his 2nd. And it'll be Garner going to the free throw line. It'll be Garner with 2 shots here. 53-40 Wildcats. 1 of 2 from the line tonight. Free throw's good. 11-point Wildcat lead here. The Wildcats trying to hold on and win the district championship. The girls already won it tonight, the regular season anyway. I think we're going to see this Clinton team again. What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
Free throw good. Wildcat lead is 11, 53-42. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the ball game here in Clinton. Jonathan Stewart nearly lost the ball. It's going to be a deflection, and Garner steals it, and then he steps in. Wildcats got too lazy right there. Jonathan just kind of nonchalant. He might have thought it was last touch by Clinton. It was going to roll out of bounds, but Garner didn't ever think that. He went and dove for it and got possession. Great hustle by Jackson Garner.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think Jonathan was going to try to waiting for Garner to actually touch the ball. It didn't make a move, but that's a very dangerous play if that is, in fact, what he was trying to do there.
53-42 the score, 4.5 minutes to play in the ball game here. The Dragons, Coach Lockhart giving him a big pep talk down there below us, trying to get his guys to, continue to play hard, and they have played hard. That's one thing you can say about this Clinton team. They are playing hard.
Yeah, they really are, and they always do, David. Cross-county rivalries, as we've talked about all night, David, just brings out the best and the most, competitive you can play.
53-42, an 11-point game. Still 4.5 minutes to play. Remember last year's ball game? Clinton led the whole way until the very end, and Jonathan hit a big 3. That was last year here in this gym, so anything can happen here as the Dragons have the basketball down by 11. The Wildcats playing with Jeremy Miller, Lucas Searcy, Kel Slater, Jonathan Stewart, along with Jonathan Milloway. Blavelt with the basketball to Garner. Garner doubles team, works around it, drives left, kicks it out to Thackerson, back to Blavelt, around to Harrison. Harrison for 3, no good. Rebound, big Jonathan Milloway. Here come the Wildcats on a 4-on-2. Jonathan Stewart with a layup, no good. Rebound out of bounds. They don't have a clue. They're going to give the ball to the Dragons. 4:02 to play, 53-42. All 3 of them looked at one another, and then they said, Clinton ball, and they got it. Here come the Dragons.
Yeah, it's just kind of it must be Clinton's floor, so let's give them the ball.
53-42 the score. I mean, I couldn't tell. It's a long ways away from here. Bright with the basketball. Drives against Jeremy. Stops. Kicks it out. Blavelt. No good. They just cannot hit their 3s when they're guarded. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Jeremy Miller, the alley-oop. A wasted possession, but a great play by Jeremy Miller. Saves possession, knocks it off the body of Bright. What a play by Jeremy Miller.
Way to hustle as another timeout is called here. I think this one's by Coach Green, David. We'll take it with them as Wildcats on top by 11, 53-42. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Welcome back once again to the Don W. Lockhart Gym, Clinton, Tennessee. Wildcats 53, Clinton 42. Oak Ridge ball. Wildcats had a couple empty possessions here. Got to be a bit more careful with the ball as Jonathan Stewart will try to work the ball in. In it comes Kel Slater. 3:35 and counting in the ball game. 53-42 Wildcats. Oak Ridge kind of pulling it out just a bit. Here goes Jeremy Miller. Backdoor play. Layup. Good. Garner got lost, and Jonathan Stewart with a big bucket. And Oak Ridge's lead is back to 13. 55-42 the score. 3:19 to play in the ball game. Jackson Garner fouled on the floor. 1 in a bonus, and he'll go to the free throw line. That time, just a beautiful play set up by Coach Green and the staff. Just an easy layup for Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of sucked him out of his defensive position and then, went back door on him and he was wide open. Great play there by Jonathan Stewart.
55-42 Wildcats, but Garner will have one in the bonus. Here's the one. Good. 12-point Wildcat lead. 3:15 to play the ball game. Oak Ridge trying to beat Clinton for the 26th consecutive time. The last time Clinton, as that free throw is good. Last time Clinton beat Oak Ridge, Barry Wortman was our head coach. Coach Green's never lost to him, which is incredible, honestly.
That is incredible, David. Great. I don't mind Wharton no longer being here.
Wildcat basketball up by 11. Here comes Kell. Looks back door and it wasn't there. Wildcats wisely back it up. Don't want to turn the ball over here. Look at the battle going on between Blavelt and Milloway. Clinton fans think it's a foul. It's just two guys battling. 2:50 to play the ball game. They've only committed 4 fouls. I think Coach Lockard wants them to foul here. And we're down to 2:43 to play. They're still not fouling. Jeremy Miller drives in, turning, spinning, driving, wants to shoot. He does. Good! Clinton, they didn't foul. And the Wildcats get another bucket. They're up 13. 57. 2:44 the score. Thackerson with the basketball. Here it goes to Lane Harrison against the Wildcat defense. The ball stripped out of bounds. Last touch by Lucas Searcy. 2:20 to play here. The Dragons are in a little trouble here. 57-44 the score. Clinton basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in, Trace Thackerson to Lane Harrison. Pass, works the ball back to Harrison. Back it goes to Bright. 2:17 to play. They don't have a lot of time here. Thackerson drives in, and he lost the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Jeremy Miller. It'll be Clinton basketball. Nobody seems to like the officiating tonight. Thackerson to work it in. In it comes Lane. Lane backs it up. 2:10 to play. Clinton taking an eternity with their offense here, down 13. Jackson Garner pulls up, shoots off the glass. Good. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. No pressure. Here come the Wildcats, up by 11. 57-46. Coach Housley says, come up and guard them. Oak Ridge basketball. Kel Slater dribbles in, dribbles all the way to the baseline, turns the ball over. Penetrated too deeply. Big play by the Dragons. Now let's see if they can capitalize. Jackson Garner down the floor. Jackson for 3. Clang off the iron. Gets his own rebound. Throws it off the glass. No good. Blocking foul called. He's not hitting his three-point shots, but he is getting his team points at the free throw line. Right now, the Wildcat lead is 11. 95 seconds to play in a thriller here at the Don W. Lockhart Gym. Junior-dominated team for the Dragons. They'll mostly all be back next year. Scary.
Garner to the line, David. He has 10 points now in the ballgame. Most of those from the free throw line, which is very surprising for him.
10-point game here. Jackson back to the line. 95 seconds to play. Let's see if they press us out of the gate here. Wildcats up 10, but they can cut it to a 3-possession ball game right here. Jackson Garner, free throw, good. Wildcat ball, got to maintain possession as the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor. Minute 30 to play in the game. 57-48 Oak Ridge. In the lead by 9. Jonathan Stewart with the basketball. They still have only 4 fouls, so the Wildcats can just kind of work time off the clock. And why Clinton's not, fouling him right now, we're down to minute 17 to play. And Cale's going to go to the hole. He's fouled. Doty just couldn't keep up with him that time, and then a technical foul whistled against the Dragons. Minute 13 to play. I looked away. Who's the technical going to go against, Mark?
Technical is going to go against number 2 for the Wildcats. Looks like Jonathan Stewart.
I thought it was against them, but it'll be Kel Slater going to the free throw line. As Kel will go to the line. 57-48 free throw. In and out, no good. Got to hit your free throws. Back to the line they go. Foul was called on Truss. His 4th. Kel shoots. Good. 10-point Wildcat lead. It'll be Oak Ridge at the line. I thought it was on Doty.
I saw him. He gave the number 2, and he pointed to the Oak Ridge bench, which indicated to me that he was calling it on number 2 for Oak Ridge.
Kel hits the shot there. Doty had some troubles in the football game as well, keeping his composure against his former teammates, and Kel missed that shot. 59-48 the score. And Truss is going to come out of the game. Thackersson's back in. Minute 13 to play in the game. 59-48, back to an 11-point game. The Wildcats get the ball because of Truss. Here comes Milloway. Back door.
Nice.
Jeremy Miller. Layup good! And the Wildcats lead 61-48. A minute 5 to play. Jackson Garner to Trace Thackersson. Goes to Lane Harrison. His shot is good. That's a good-looking player. Lane he's sharp. He can shoot from the outside. He can go inside. He's got a nice little jumper. Lane Harrison's a good ball player. He's
He really is.
good.
He leads the Dragons, David. He probably leads all scorers tonight with 19. So, I mean, we saw how he hit threes really quickly this morning. I mean, earlier this evening, he started the game hitting 3 threes. So he had 9 points very quickly.
Mike?
He's such a smooth shooter. You don't realize how many times he puts the ball in the hole. You look at Mark's stat sheet. He's really been a force to be reckoned with here tonight with Clinton. What is he as a junior? Or what is
Just
he?
about all this team is a junior. That's what's scary.
Oh, that is scary.
I mean, Thackersson's a junior. Garner's a junior. Blavelt's a junior. Bright's a junior. Morgan's a junior. Lane Harrison, junior. Truss is a junior.
They're going to be tough again.
They don't have a senior on the roster. Next
is-
year is going to be Clinton's big year, I
It
think.
sure is. Well, the Wildcats really hung in there with them. They've had to scrap. This has not been an easy game for the Wildcats. They've had to work for everything, and it's been a very enjoyable game. I love these fast-paced basketball games. This is the way basketball ought to be played right here.
Wildcat basketball. Here comes Jeremy Miller. Jeremy Miller's going to turn, spin, going to wait, and back it up. They're playing keep away right now, and they're forcing Clinton to make fouls. Wildcat lead is 61-50, an 11-point advantage. 53.5 seconds. The Wildcats trying to sweep the season series. The last time Clinton beat Oak Ridge in boys basketball was 2010. And the Wildcats have won 25 straight since that time. The girls won their 69th straight tonight over Clinton. And it'll be only the 16th foul. Yeah, they have to commit another one there. Good job on the scores table to change that and kind of save Clinton as Jonathan works the ball into Kel Slater. 52 seconds to play. And he's fouled by Doty, and Doty is gone. He is fouled out of the ball game. Truss will take a seat. The former Wildcat fouls out. 50.8 seconds to play. One in the bonus. Kel Slater. It's now going to be up to the Wildcats to see if they can shoot their free throws.
0 points.
Kel to the free throw line. Let's see what the lefty can do. The junior puts it up there. Good. 12-point game. 62-50 the score. Lee Wexler, Tyler Morris, Brian Bennett, Mike Sheehan's with us. Mark Hayes, I'm David Clary. I'm here, I guess. Shot is good. No good. Back to a 12-point game. Here comes Jackson Garner down the floor. Jackson stumbles, gives it in the lane. Lane shoots an air ball. Rebounded by Jeremy Miller. He hadn't shot many tonight, I'll tell you that. He has been on it most of the night, and he had to rush that one, to be honest with you. Coach Locker says something to him, but he had to rush it just a bit. 41 seconds to play. I would have nothing bad to say about Lane Harrison's performance here tonight. He has played outstanding ball for the Dragons.
No, it's definitely been exemplary. I'm not sure what he's averaging, but he's had a great night tonight against the Wildcats, David.
Jeremy Miller to line. The Wildcats 41 seconds away from the regular season district championship. Jeremy's shot is up good. The girls won the championship tonight. Think about this. Your biggest rival and you win the championship on their floor, girls and boys, has got to be special for the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats tonight.
Yeah, what a memorable thing for the seniors, David, as they, as you said earlier, play their final game on the Clinton Dragon court.
Toss on its way up there. Good. Well, maybe. I mean, there's a chance in the region tournament maybe that we could come back here. You never know. As the Wildcats get a steal, Jeremy Miller, and that should be intentional. Come on, Queener. Grabbed him by the jersey. It's obvious.
That's a breakaway foul.
That's a breakaway foul. That should be intentional, but he didn't call it. And Coach Green wanted it. No. Wildcats 36 seconds away from their 26th consecutive win over the Dragons. 2010, the last time But Clinton next year, they are loaded. Tosses up, good by Jeremy Miller. Coach Lockhart not happy at all. His team down 15 points. And I don't know who's guarding what. I don't know. Wildcats, Coach Lockhart is livid about something. It's a 16-point game, 66-50 to score, 35 seconds to play. Jackson Garner for three, blocked by Jonathan Stewart. It'll be Clinton.
No!
Yeah, it was.
They're gone.
Either way, it's Wildcats are going to substitute, and it's pandemonium in the Oak Ridge bleachers as the Wildcats, 29 seconds away from the District 3 regular season championship, and Oak Ridge will get to host the tournament. Jackson Garner, wait a minute. Play is halted.
Lucas Searcy didn't get off the floor.
Lucas didn't get off the floor, and that's a technical foul. Coach Green might get another one. That is up to the officials. That is up to the officials to allow them to substitute. That's bad. Coach Green is exactly right. We should have had an intentional foul a moment ago that they missed. Oak Ridge by 16, make it 15, 28 seconds to play. Now, Coach Lockhart yelling across, it looked like a Coach Green.
Yeah, Coach Green, they weren't given time to get off the court, David, before they threw the ball back in. That's what Coach Green's livid about right now.
Jackson hit both of them here, 66-52. Neither coach happy. Now the official comes over to talk to Queener. Now he's pointing to Lockhart or the Dragon bench, not sure where they should get the ball. And now, let's see if they're going to get it. Oak Ridge in the lead by 14, 66-52. We wouldn't have a Clinton Oak Ridge game without a little drama, and that's what we have right now. Thackerson to work the ball in from the baseline. 28.8 seconds to play. Thackerson looks, fires, lane for three, no good. Rebound, Darren Osborne, and he's fouled. Darren, fouled by Jackson Garner. 23.6 seconds. The Wildcats are the 2020-2021 District 3 regular season champions, but I think we'll play these guys again. Wouldn't surprise me in the district championship ball game, Mike.
Yeah, I'd be interested in watching another game against Clinton, no doubt about it. Because, this is exciting, no question. And like you said, I've hardly ever seen a game where what there were some questionable calls and some drama.
Darren misses his first toss here. Darren Osborne, Jr. Doesn't play much, but getting a chance to play tonight. Makes that shot. 67-52 the score. 23 seconds to play. Jackson Garner for three. He knocks one down. Knocks his first three down at the 19-second mark. He only hit one against Oak Ridge the first time. They're great shooters. I'm not going to take anything away from them, but the difference is Oak Ridge will come out and guard. That's the difference. Oak Ridge makes life difficult on the three-point shooters. Jackson has 2 3-pointers in 2 ball games against Oak Ridge. He's hit 54 points in a ball game before. But the Wildcats have really done a good job clamping him down with a trapping defense, which is a big difference. I mean, if you make a shooter uncomfortable, great shooters like Jackson Garner is a great shooter. But if you make them uncomfortable, it's hard for them to score.
And you got to give Jonathan Stewart credit, too. He's been on him like glue all night long. He's really pressuring him. He's right up in his face. He doesn't have anywhere even to lift the ball up off the court and put it over his head to be able to shoot. He's having to pass the ball off. You could see earlier the frustration on Jackson Garner's face because Jonathan was just all over him.
12-point Wildcat lead, 19 seconds to play. Jamison goes the home run, throws it off the side of the backboard. Not a good play there by the Wildcats. I'm sorry, Jamison. Or Caden, I don't mean to laugh at you, but threw it off the side of the backboard and went back. off of one of the Dragons, and the Wildcats will get it. And then Jamison is shoved out by Bright. Queener was looking at baseline and not looking at the shove. Mr. Queener, Bright shoved him in the back. That's why he went out of bounds. Watch the ball game. Pass intercepted by Caden. Caden fouled by Jackson Garner. I have thought all season long that the Wildcats are the best team and Clinton is the number 2 team, and that's the way it is, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we also saw, a very good Central team that we thought was very highly ranked.
Yeah, they're more athletic. They're going to play each other here in a couple weeks. So, Clinton still, as Oak Ridge goes to the line, Caden Updegraff gets the shot in. Central and Clinton are going to battle here. The Halls loss is huge for the Clinton Dragons. I mean, that was a loss that really is going to affect them. If Central were able to beat them, then Clinton might fall to 3rd place depending on what happens there. 15 seconds, Garner for 3. That's a brick, no good. Rebounded once again by Thackerson. Blauvelt drives in, shoots. Foul called against Oak Ridge. Got him on the body, got him on the wrists, got him about everywhere you could get him. Wildcats have Flip Thompson. Flip hadn't played at all in this ball game, which is a little surprising. Nick Dallas is in. Caden Updegraff. Oak Ridge fans know that 8 seconds from now, we're the district champions. As Blauvelt shoots the free throw, it's no good. 69-55, Oak Ridge. Congratulations, the Wildcats are the regular season district champions. Toss is good. Girls 1-2. Nick Dallas works it in. Here comes Jamison Updegraff. Caden Updegraff 2. The Wildcats have won the District 3 regular season championship by a final score of 69-56.